introduce our guest.
Okay, I have my right, Chris Ortiz. He is many things, and one of them is a photographer. He owns 316 Photography, and he's very diverse, everything from vehicles to people. And you're also going to tell us about a couple of events. One of them is coming up October 26th, and the other one is going to be coming up in March, and hopefully we'll have you back as it gets closer to that event. So why don't you tell us, Chris, a little bit about what you do?
So I take pictures of, well, people, of course. I take pictures of families, cars, motorcycles. Last year I did a shoot for Urban Bagger magazine, and that got my boost up a little bit, but it ended up getting me a 8-page spread in the Urban Bagger magazine.
Oh, exciting.
And my whole family, they were like, oh my gosh, I gotta go get me one of those. And
Family are so wonderful, aren't they?
They are, yes. And so my when the copy came out, I bought like 6 copies of it because I was just so excited to accomplish. But also, I do senior portraits, businesses, pictures of businesses, housing, real estate, and stuff like that. Pretty much, you name it, I can do.
Do you do weddings?
You can shoot it,
Yes,
huh?
I do weddings. I do engagements, newborns. I did a newborn session just like last month, and the picture, it was in the hospital, on the hospital bed, but after the picture got done, it didn't even look like it was shot at the
Hospital?
Yeah, with the pillow right behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So it was.
Do you find with the newborns you have a tough time getting them to smile on cue?
Yeah. Especially when you say 3, 2, 1, take the pacifier out, they start crying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mentioned, I have a border collie, and he is a national certified therapy dog, and it's with Love on a Leash. And I am amazed. There is one person there that she has 6 dogs of her own, and she manages to get those dogs where they're all seated and they're all looking forward at the same time, and I can't even get Jax to do that, and she gets them all to do that. So if we ever wanted, Love on a Leash ever wanted to have you come and do maybe photographs of the group, could you do that, even
Yes.
though they're dogs?
Yes, I could.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been doing photography for over 10.5 years. I started out with a point and shoot camera, and then I gave my camera to my neighbor since when he was on his way back from France, someone decided to snatch his bag that had his camera inside.
Oh no.
So I gave him my camera, and then that's when I started out with Nikon D40X, which is like the rookie cameras of all Nikon. And then I ended up working with a radio station out of Hutch. And then from there, that's where I got my start from doing photography. I started doing bands. I got to meet a lot of people, and then from there, I worked with 1021 The Bull. And when I worked with 1021 The Bull, it was crazy because a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, will you get me into this free range bull series?"
Of course. That's where all that wonderful family, and then we add friends.
Right, yeah. That's basically how it was. And I was just like, I wish I could, but I can't. So everybody's like, "Give me your badge, I want to go back there."
No.
So, and it was a lot of fun. I got to meet Thompson Square, Christian Bush, and a whole other, Scotty McCrary.
And I don't know any of those names.
And
I wasn't going to admit that.
Well, I know
like,
Scotty McCreary is. He's country.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So, what kind of camera do you shoot with now?
I shoot with a Nikon D7100, and I also I have I had a Sony A5000, but it got lost in the passage. But I mainly shoot with my Nikon D7100, and I love it. Even though I dropped it a couple times, and broke the lens about 4 times, but that's all right. Yeah. That's what Amazon's for, right?
That's your passion.
It's a workhorse.
Yeah.
So, do you use any digital equipment, or is that a digital camera?
It's a digital.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. I haven't really tried to get into that Polaroid.
It's more.
Well, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, so stick around. Chris is going to stick around with us for one more segment, and we're going to be talking about the events that he's going to be promoting. And give us a call, 413-8835.
I don't think they wanted to hear it, did they? They wanted us to
Welcome back to Mouthy Broads. We're visiting with Chris Ortiz, who is a photographer, and he owns 316 Photography. But you also have a couple of events that you wanted to talk about. Why don't we go into those?
And before you leave, Chris, don't forget to let people know how they can contact you, you know.
Most definitely. I can do that. So the first event, October 26th at Supertech Automotive, they're having their 3rd annual car show, and it's free to enter, free to the public, and they're going to be cooking, grilling out there, like hot dogs, hamburgers, all the good stuff. I'm going to be bringing my buddy that's number 2 loudest in Wichita. He's going to be giving sound demos as well out there. And then also the Chill, the custom motorcycle show. They're going to have all kinds of motorcycles from all over the world come out, and it's going to be at Cessna Activity Center. It's going to be in March 2020.
Where is this place, Supertech? Where is that?
It's 5800 South Broadway.
Wow.
And what time is the event?
It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And what day is that?
It's Saturday.
coming up, 26th.
Yes.
So is it like a family thing? People can bring their family, their kids? Is it dog friendly?
Yes. You can bring your dogs. You can bring your monkeys, your squirrels.
There's a lot of squirrels in my neighborhood.
Jax stayed with my brother while we were gone in Missouri, and Jax is our border collie, and he actually caught a squirrel. He was so excited, and I was worried about that. I thought, and it was a juvenile, so it's just a little guy. But apparently, they are not used to the fact that, Jax was there, because my brother has 2 Pomeranians, and they're tiny. And they try to jump them down. So the squirrels taunt them. Well, Jax was there, and Jax can actually,
Let me help you out
jump
with
up
this.
in the air. And he did. They were taunting it, and he jumped up in midair, and he got that squirrel, and then he pinned him down. And I said, oh no, I left my innocent, sweet, loving therapy dog with you, John, and you turned him into a killer.
Murderer!
And so he said, well, he didn't kill him. I guess when he caught him, it's like, now what do I do with him? So we just let him up and let him go. But speaking of squirrels,
You said
That's
you
funny.
do food shoots.
Oh, well, my cousin does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my cousin does photography as well. She does, it's Two Grizz Media, and she does
okay.
food photography.
I thought you said you did it.
Oh, no.
why do you have some food?
No, we were just talking
Or-
during the break, and I said, he said he's something about food shots, and I said, yeah, when you see it on Facebook, people take a picture of their food and it looks like crap.
Yeah.
And then they can take a picture of it and looks really good.
But
you know?
have you ever noticed that when you go to a restaurant and they show the dish on the menu,
Right.
What you get never looks like that?
No.
I want that.
Because that's usually plastic. So how do people reach you if they want to get shots?
You can reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/316 photography, all letters, no numbers. And also, you can type in 316 photography on Facebook, just like it says on my shirt. And you guys can contact me at 316-992-6396.
You might want to slow that down a little
Oops,
bit.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
He had it up on the screen.
Oh, he does?
so- Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
So
it's
the
not up
three-
there now, but he has had
okay.
it up there.
316, you spell it out, THREEONESIX. Uh-huh, that's what he said.
And if I could remind
He
you.
said all letters,
when-
no numbers.
If you go to the events where there are cars, just a reminder, and you take your children or your dogs, please make sure your dogs are not marking people's cars. There was one event and someone let their dog actually hike not on the tire, but on the Ferrari itself.
Oh, no.
And so, yeah,
died
well,
that
and I had
day?
that happen coming out of PetSmart. This guy allowed his two big dogs, he had huge dogs, to, hike on my Maserati, which I did appreciate.
Oh, no.
And it was on the car, so, please, and then children, be very, very respectful, and adults too, be very respectful of people's cars when you go to events, because there is a car etiquette.
Well, and there's quite an expense that these owners go through to get their cars show ready. And
Yes.
and that, usually you don't want people with their fingerprints and stuff all over it in the.
And it doesn't matter what the car is, it doesn't have to be an expensive car. If it's somebody else's property, just respect it. I mean, everybody values what they have. I don't care if it's a tin can, just be respectful of it.
Okay, October 26th? Okay.
Number 26.
Well, Chris, thanks for joining us this evening. It was a real pleasure having you here.
Hey, thank you.
And we'll have you back before the chill.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yes.
very nice to meet you. Now, to clarify,